double the thing. Hey everyone, it is Ben back again, and the Habs win. What are you still doing here? You were supposed to be gone.
Yes! Yes! Yeah!
Because if not, they're gonna get blown away.
The cannon. It just kept firing.
I am excited. Yeah, whatever. The Habs lose 3-2 in overtime and go down 3-2 in the series. Not in the best mood about this game. I went to it last night, still kind of mad about it. But let's get right into it. It started really well. It started really well. Looked like we were going to have a great game ahead of us with the Habs out shooting the Rangers 16-10 in the first period. And Lehkonen, great play by Lehkonen to get the Habs' first goal in the first period. Starts the play off by forechecking really hard, getting the puck away from McDonough. Keeps the play on that end. Puck ends up coming back to him. He puts it on net, gets his own rebound, does a wraparound, scores. And great celebration after. Great play by him. If the Habs are lucky enough to keep going this spring, he could be really big with some of our other scorers having a hard time. Then not too long after that, the Habs get a power play. And on that power play, miscue or mispass from Galchenyuk going to Beaulieu, gets knocked out of the air by Zibanejad. 2-on-1 back towards the Canadiens' net. Pretty weak defensive play by Beaulieu. And Jesper Fast puts it in on Price. And yeah, he had an open shot. That might have been a shot, though, I would have liked to Price to have had, but that might just be me expecting way too much out of Price because he's Price. You can't really fault a guy too much for a goal like that. And the game is tied up. But then, not too long after, the Habs immediately respond while still on the same power play. Brendan Gallagher with a great snapshot, snipes it, puts the Habs back up by 1. And the Habs are leading 2-1 going into the first intermission. And they controlled the vast majority of the play in the first period. They were looking great. I'm like, okay, keep this going, we'll be fine. Second period, they came out and they seemed to start to do that, and actually came close to getting it 3-1 with a great chance by Shaw. Henrik Lundqvist just gets a piece of it, stops it, Shaw almost gets a goal, but then we keep going, and the Habs kind of start to get hemmed into their own zone towards the end of the period, about a minute and a half left. And then for some reason think it's a great idea to let Rick Nash walk in alone on the net. Rick Nash puts it on net, rebound comes out to an undefended Brady Shea, who pots an easy goal to tie the game up before the third period. And that game was just so frustrating because the majority of the game, they just outplayed the hell out of the Rangers, and then just two little mistakes, and the game is tied going into the third, even though they no. You go into the third, and I'm like, all right, we can still come out and get the win. You just got to come out hard like we did in the first. You got to play like they did in the first. It'll be fine. And then they don't do that. It seemed like just about every line was blended to have different line mates. I don't even remember what they were by the end of the game, but like just the lines were thrown in a blender. Towards the end of the period, Pacioretty almost puts the Habs up by 1 again, gets a breakaway and just misses. And I got so hopeful when that happened because those were the goals he was scoring all year. But no, he can't put it home. So we go to overtime. And things don't start off well there. The final shots ended up being 10-3 in favor of New York in the overtime period, and it was just so bad. There was 3 or 4 times where Carey just saved everybody's asses. There was one time where Chris Kreider whiffed on a sure goal. Then it was starting to get towards the end of the first overtime. I think there was about 5 minutes left, and I was talking to my grandpa sitting next to me. He's like, yeah, well, Carey's kept him in it so far. I don't know how much longer that can happen. And he says that as Alexei Emelin is chipping it up the boards to Rangers player. He chips it up to Kreider, who skates in, gets a beautiful pass off to Mika Zibanejad, who puts it home. And the Rangers get the 3-2 overtime win. So yeah, that wasn't fun. Really wasn't fun. I don't really have much to say about the game as a whole other than start the game off great, end of the third and all of overtime was absolutely horrible. They got outplayed to holy hell in those periods, and that's why the Rangers ended up getting the goal in overtime. Still don't really know where Patch is. I guess he's lost. Maybe he'll show up Saturday, hopefully. I guess he doesn't really have much of a choice now or never. I wouldn't mind seeing some other guys draw in for that fourth line. I know that's not the main problem, but I wouldn't even mind seeing Ott and King both go out for McCarron and Flynn. They're just... That line, Mitchell's doing his best to carry that line through plays, but there's just no finish out of either of the other two. There's barely any finish out of Mitchell, and I think there's more finish in McCarron and Flynn than there is in either Ott or King. So I wouldn't mind seeing that happen. I don't think it's gonna. Emelin looked good in his first game back. He actually looked pretty good. He didn't make too many mistakes other than that chip up the boards to Kreider. That wasn't the best play. I mean, I guess that's a pretty big mistake to make, so sorry. I guess I can cut out what I just said. But anyway, it's kind of hard to not be in a bad mood after a game like that. Historically speaking, 78% of teams that win Game 5 when the series is tied 2-2 go on to win the series. So Habs not have history on their side, but who knows? Who knows? It's not over yet. Still got Game 6 tomorrow night, and just got to take it one game at a time, and hopefully you can pull off a miracle. Something's got to give, though. I mean, Price either has to steal a game, which he hasn't done yet, or Pacioretty has to score a freaking goal. Either way, hopefully this won't be the last, hopefully this won't be the second to last, because there would still be one more HFR of the season. Hopefully we'll have some more, but I don't feel great about this. Anyway, till next time, see you guys later.